Thanks. We want to get to breaking news now. One man is dead after an early morning shooting in Rock Hill. Police there say that a man saw someone in his car along Amelia Avenue, not too far from downtown Rock Hill, as you see here on the map. Well, police say the person inside of that car tried to run away, but the man chased after him, and that is when shots were fired. That man was later found dead in a front yard on that same street. Officers are still trying to find the shooter. WBTV is on your side working to hear from neighbors, and we will have much more in a report coming up during the WBTV News at 4.